Lovely. All right, so welcome everyone. It's really, really lovely to have you here to share this full moon celebration with us. We're going to start really by grounding the body and just opening ourselves up. So opening ourselves up to connect to ourselves, to connect to this circle of lovely people that are joining us here this evening, and to connect to the energy of the full moon as well. So we're going to do that just with some simple movements, just opening the arms and just really tuning into the breath and how we feel. So we're just going to bring the palms to the heart center, sitting up really nice and tall. And if you're comfortable to do so, just soften and close the eyes. We're just going to draw our focus inward here. So just focusing on the breath. So as you inhale, just really drawing that breath deep down into the belly. Nice big breath in. And as you exhale, just allow the shoulders to soften, the neck to lengthen. You can just gently sigh out through the mouth. Again, nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle, releasing exhale. Just allow that breath to take with it any stress, any tension of the day. One last time, nice deep breath in. And exhaling here. And this time with our next breath, we're going to move our arms. So this time as we inhale, we're going to keep the palms together, but start to lift the arms up overhead. So inhaling, raising the arms. And this time as you exhale, sweeping a nice big circle, really opening yourself up from that heart center, bringing the palms back together. And with the next breath, so nice big inhale again, we're going to lift the arms once more. And opening ourselves up, connecting to this lovely circle, just feeling the energy of us all gathered here together, even though we're not in the same room, energetically we're all connecting. Bring the palms back to the heart center. And then one last time, one nice deep breath in, lifting the arms. And this time we're opening up to the energy of the full moon, really allowing it to enter fully into our practice this evening. Just bringing those hands back to heart center. Just take one nice deep breath in. And one big breath out. Just relax the hands down, just to rest on the knees softly.
Thanks, Jack. Just going to introduce myself. My name's Laura, for anyone that doesn't know me. I'm part of Soulful Days, and I'm a meditation and mindfulness teacher. So I was going to just intro the full moon that we've got for this month to you, just to tell you a little bit more about it. So for November, we've got a really significant moon, because we also have a lunar eclipse as well. So eclipses amplify the intensity of the moon's energy, and it ushers in major changes and shakes up our lives. So it's extra special this month in particular, and important to kind of take stock and just to really feel that energy of the full moon. The Beaver Moon heralds a moment of giving and sharing the efforts that we've made throughout the rest of the year. And it's named after the beavers themselves, because they appear at around this time of year when they're actively preparing for winter, typically starting to build their winter dams in November. In terms of the sign that is also happening around this moment, it's in Taurus, which has got a spiritual meaning, which is centered around aligning our values and finding security in times of chaos. So now's the time to finish goals and intentions and think about the things that are most important for you before winter is officially here. Figure out what dams that you need to create to stop draining any negative energy, what's influencing you physically and also your spiritual well-being. So symbolically, the lunar eclipse highlights the things that we need to feel warm, safe and secure in a time of increasing cold and scarcity. So it's a good time to really determine what's truly valuable to us and what is no longer worth our energy. If you want some ideas on how to celebrate the full moon other than what we're going to cover tonight, there's some sort of tips in your workbook as well if you want to reference that to do this weekend. So I'm just going to hand back to Jo to take you through our Kundalini yoga session.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Laura. It's really, really important to just kind of know a little bit more about the moon as we try and deepen our connection to it. So thank you for sharing that. So this evening we're going to come into a practice called the Foundation for Infinity. So this practice is really focused around establishing our foundation, our strength, our inner strength and our inner security. So as Laura touched upon, they're the kind of elements that are coming through from the Taurus influence on this moon. So we're going to really open up the lower half of the body. We're going to use that to create that strong foundation. So the lower 3 chakras of the system we're going to work through. And then we just come into a few minutes of meditation at the end, which is just going to open us up to that kind of boundless divine energy. So the idea is that if we establish this firm foundation, if we feel secure and safe and strong, then we are kind of limitless. We can kind of grow and expand and really embrace this energy as we move through it. So we're going to begin, as we always do, with a Kundalini yoga practice by tuning in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So this mantra really connects us to that divine wisdom that we have within. So that soul wisdom, or our truest self, our Satnam, and the wisdom of the universe, whether that be a God or Mother Nature or the universal energy, divine energy. We're just connecting to that as well. So it's something greater than ourselves. So we're going to repeat the mantra 3 times. It's going to just bring us into our practice, into our center, and into our alignment. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale and a big exhale. And we're going to inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a nice deep breath in. Just pause the breath here. So we're just suspending the breath. So we're not bringing any tension to the body, to the breath. Bringing in a complete sense of stillness, sense of calm. When you need to release the breath, just gently exhale and allow the hands to float down to the knees, palms facing up. And just keep the eyes soft or closed here. We're just going to take a few moments to connect to an intention for our practice this evening, to connect to the energy of the moon. And this moon specifically is asking you what you're ready to let go of. So just allow to come into your mind anything that you're ready to release, anything that you feel is not meant for you. Any thoughts, feelings, emotions that keep you stuck or afraid, that keep you from growing and shining your light brightly. Anything that's maybe making you feel little unhappy or off center. And just allow the energy of this moon to break down those barriers, to allow it to release, so that we can lead to breaking through and out the other side. Just take a moment here, just to breathe, just to allow anything to come, passing no judgment, just observing, just witnessing, just allowing. And when you're ready, we're just going to turn the hands over to rest on top of the knees, and we're going to come into our first exercise. We're going to come into Sufi grind. So this is a really nice posture for opening up the hips. So we're sat in what's called easy pose, which is a cross-legged position, but our feet aren't underneath our legs. When our feet are underneath our legs, we start to get this kind of pain in the ankles. We start to kind of cut off the circulation, get pins and needles. So if you just bring the feet out slightly, and then just pull them in so that they're nice and firmly planted on the ground. This should be a little bit more comfortable for you to sit in. So we're going to bring the hands onto the knees, and we're going to circle from this hip area. So we're inhaling, coming forward, really lifting and opening that chest. And as we exhale, we're sinking backwards, rounding out that spine. So inhale, nice deep breath. Exhale, powerful release. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, releasing. And we're just softening that lower spine. You might get a little bit of cracking or popping, especially if you've spent a lot of your day sat down. Just bringing the spine back into alignment. Just releasing any stagnant energy, air even. And really using that breath to really open fully as you come forward. And really releasing through the tops of the shoulders as you round back. Nice deep breaths here. Slowing your circle, we're going to move in the opposite direction, so still exactly the same breath, lifting and opening as we come forward, rounding out, exhale, releasing, just changing the direction of your circle to bring that spine back into alignment, back into balance, releasing from both sides. There's also a really, really great posture for the digestive system. You can probably feel that you're kind of massaging the stomach, the intestines with this circle. So we're doing quite a lot of work with just one nice, calm and soft, gentle exercise. Just connecting the breath to the movement. Inhale forward, exhale back. big breath out through the mouth, sighing, relaxing. Feeling that release. Feeling yourself letting go. And just take a moment to allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm and just to feel the space you already started to create in the body and in the mind. By letting go, we're creating space to allow for something new, something better to come. We're going to continue with this pattern of release for our next warm-up exercise. We're going to come into a cathartic shoulder shrug. So we're going to be breathing out through our mouth. So in through the nose as we inhale, both shoulders up towards the ears. And as we exhale, we're going to open the mouth and really powerfully sigh out, dropping the shoulders down. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Just keep going at the pace of your own breath. Just really feel the breath, that exhale especially, releasing, clearing, letting go. Inhale as you draw the shoulders up, draw up any tension, and on that exhale, give it permission to release. Keep going, we're just going to take 2 more. One last one together, inhaling up, really holding the breath, squeezing the shoulders, drawing up any last remaining tension along the root log, the Mulavandha. Hold the breath, hold the posture, and powerfully exhale to release. Well done. Just feel free to shake out the arms, just let go of any tension, maybe roll the shoulders backwards, forwards, shake the head in a no motion, out the head in a yes. Just take any movements that feel good for you, just to free up the body to release. Well done. We're going to come into our Kriya, so our foundation for infinity. So really establishing this inner strength, the kind of lower triangle, 3 chakras, the first, second, and third chakra are really about our foundation, all of those feelings of safety, creativity, our inner strength, our inner power, they all reside in this lower triangle. So we're going to really work on setting that firm foundation and that strength within ourselves. So for the first posture, we're going to come into a spinal twist variation. So we're going to interlace the hands. So the fingers are all interlaced. We're going to bring them behind the head. Now if your hair is down, like mine is, we're going to bring them underneath the hair. We want to bring them underneath the hairline. So they're actually touching the neck rather than on top of the head. So with the hands here, we're just going to come into a twist. So as we inhale, we're going to twist to the left. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the body all the way back round to the right. So we're inhaling left, exhaling right. Trying to keep that spine as straight as possible. You'll notice that the range of movement is actually quite restricted with the hands being here. You can usually turn a lot further if your hands are on your shoulders. Now, I invite you to close your eyes. This posture, if done with the eyes open, can actually make you feel a little dizzy. So I invite you to close your eyes if you're in a comfortable place to do so. And you can just begin to speed this up. So keep it connected to the breath, but you can start to speed it up. So inhaling left, exhale right. Bring your focus to the breath. Connect the movement to the breath. Stay really nice and open through that heart center, really projecting out from the heart, the elbows back, the spine straight. Just keep twisting, keep opening up. Going fast is feeling a little much for you today, you can absolutely stay nice and slow, soft and gentle if you need to. So at any point you can come back to the slower motion. Just if the spine is feeling a little bit freer, a little bit more open, it's nice to bring in that range of motion that we get when we speed up a little. We're halfway there with this posture, so keep going, doing really, really well. Keep that chest lifted, elbows back, you're all looking wonderful. Heart open, that spine nice and straight. Less than a minute to go now. So if you do want to try speeding up a little, if you've been going slowly, now is the time. Just 45 seconds left. Last 20 seconds, keep going, stay with it, doing really, really well. And we're going to take a deep inhale together back to center. Really hold and stretch that chest open, really opening the heart. And as you exhale, just gently release the arms down. Again, just bring the hands to rest on the knees, palms facing up. Just take a moment. Well done. That's a powerful posture. So we're freeing up the spine with that posture. We're again stimulating that kind of midsection of the body, so the digestive system as well. Really nice, powerful posture there. Just allow the breath to come back. Just rest, just relax. And when you're ready, we're just going to interlace the hands in the same way, but behind the back this time. So the arms are straight behind the back. You're just drawing those shoulder blades back together with the arms here. We're going to come into Yoga Mudra. So Yoga Mudra is where we bring the forehead down to the ground and we raise the arms up. We're going to be doing this moving today. So we'll be lowering down, forehead to the ground, lifting up. Don't worry if the arms don't come up very far or if they're not very straight. Just keep them as straight as for you. We have a yoga practice because we're practicing and we don't need to look perfect. We don't need to be fully bendy and flexible. It's just about feeling the movement and receiving the benefits of the movement within the space of your own body. So from the comfort of your own home, you can't really see what your neighbor's doing anyway, but all of Kundalini Yoga is about going within. It's about the experience within the body. So we'll always invite you to soften and close the eyes to bring that focus within. Now, if you'd like to, we're going to practice breath of fire with this. Breath of fire is a rapid breath where we are focusing all of our attention on the exhale and pulling the navel point back towards the spine. So a good way to think about this is if you're blowing out a candle but through the nose. So now if you're on the first 3 days of your cycle or if you are pregnant, then please just long deep breathe here. If breath of fire just doesn't connect to you or doesn't feel right for you to try today, then again, just long, deep breaths here. We're just trying to really refresh the oxygen in the body, and breathing in this way will do so. So it's all of the focus is on the exhale, the navel comes back. By creating that vacuum, the inhale will naturally come because the diaphragm will just release. So it will be a if that doesn't connect for you today, it's no problem. We're just long, deep breathe. So if you were going to practice breath of fire, we'd start the breath first, and then we start to move the body. So the movement isn't connected to the breath. You don't have to move up and down within one breath because you'll be moving very, very quickly. So just keep the breath steady, whether it's long, deep breathing or whether it's breath of fire, and just keep the movement at its own pace, at its natural pace. So if you're ready, we'll begin. Once you're comfortable with the breath and comfortable with the posture, soften or close the eyes, really go within. See how this movement feels in the space of your own body. So just tuning into yourself here, your complete and total self. Really well, you're halfway there, keep going. Again, a nice powerful posture. We're bringing that flexibility to the lower spine, opening up through the chest once more, really drawing those shoulders back. So really great posture. So keep going, keep moving, keep breathing. Last 30 seconds. If none of the cautions apply to you and you haven't tried breath of fire and you want to, now's the time. So just focusing on that exhale. Or you can just stay with a long, deep breath. Whatever feels right for you today is perfect for you today. Last 5 seconds. Coming up, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Just once more, bring the palms back to rest on the knees, just facing upwards. And just take a moment to really allow the breath to come back into its natural rhythm. Especially if you were taking breath of fire here, you might feel the breath is out of its natural flow. So just breathe. Just notice anything that might come up, any thoughts, feelings, emotions. It's not unusual to feel emotions release as we practice Kundalini yoga. Sometimes we can try and push them back down, especially if they're not so positive. But in order to really fully let go, we need to allow them to come up. So if anything's coming up for you, just allow it to come. Just sit with it for a moment, just knowing we're going to come into another posture and we're going to keep working it through, working it out. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the legs out and just give them a nice shake, a little gentle massage, tap down if they need it. Just bring them to resting on the ground. We're going to bring the hands flat on the floor. You can't really see my hands there, you can see that back one. Hands are flat on the floor, fingers are pointing towards the toes. And we're going to come into a back platform. So we're going to be lifting up and coming down. So it will be this kind of posture. If the neck is comfortable to do so, we're just gonna drop the head back, but just so that we stay in a nice straight line. So we're not kind of dropping it back loose. We want to drop it back to be in a nice straight line, and we're going to lower back down. Now again, if you'd like to, we can practice breath of fire with this, or if you are on the first 3 days of your cycle or pregnant, or just don't fancy breath of fire, we're going to come into long, deep breathing. So we're only here for a minute with this one, so it's a very, very quick one compared to the others. So just see how you go. It is a little bit harder on the arms. Try and keep the shoulders down. Try and avoid getting into this hunched position. Try and keep the shoulders down. And just beginning as soon as you're ready, breath of fire, long deep breathing, just lifting and lowering. The beauty of a posture that's only a minute is that you're already halfway there, so you're doing really, really well. Keep going. This exercise is really strengthening the flexibility of the pelvis. So we store a lot of our emotions in our hips and pelvis area, and the pelvis can often become locked, especially for women. So this is a really wonderful posture to bring that back into alignment. We are just 5 more seconds, so just take one more. And when you reach the ground, just relax, come back to sitting up, take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth, big sighing breath out. And just shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Just really let go, release. Well done. And we are going to come up to standing for our next posture, but we're going to come into a moving crow pose squat. So I'm going to show you with the camera down here first so you can see what it looks like. And then if we need to, I'll move it up to adjust. So a crow pose is where we bring the legs about shoulder width apart, so they're a bit wider than normal, and we're going to just slightly turn the feet out, especially for women. If the feet face forward, you'll get quite restricted. We can't come all the way down because the bones of our hips aren't fused. So if you turn the feet out just slightly, then you'll be able to lower down a lot more. So we're going to bring the arms up so they're parallel to the floor. I realize you can't see. And take a breath in here. And as we exhale, we're just dropping the bottom down towards the ground. So we're just coming into that crow pose squat. As we inhale, we're lifting up. Show you from the side. As we exhale, we're just lowering down all the way to the ground. So you can see my arms are just out straight. Try and keep those shoulders soft. We do just hunch forward. It's inevitable that it happens, but if we bring conscious awareness to that, we can try and correct it. So when you're ready, come up to standing. Bring those feet, legs hip width, shoulder width apart, slightly wider than the hips, and turn the feet out just to a kind of 60-ish degree angle. Arms up parallel to the ground. Deep breath in here. Exhale, lowering the bottom down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. And you can just take this at your own pace, at your own rhythm. If you need to be a little slower, a little more gentle with it, that's completely fine. If you're able to keep a good rhythm, so please do so. Really strengthening the muscles of the legs, opening up through the hips, releasing any stuck or stagnant energy. Again, we're not here for long, just a little over a minute for this one. So really go for it if you can. And I'd like you just to take 2 more. And this time as you come up, inhale. Exhale, just relax the arms down alongside the body. Bring those legs back in. Just come to about hip width apart. Just really plant the feet down into the ground. Take a really nice big breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Well done. Just breathe here for a moment. Just find your center. Just standing strong, feeling the feet connected to the earth. Feeling the energy flowing over you from the moon. Allow the breath to settle. And when you're ready, we're going to come into a front bend, so a forward fold. So we're bending from the hips. And again, this is another posture where I always really stress it's not about coming together perfectly and being, folded in half completely. It's about really mobilizing from this hip area. So, we're not trying to push kind of really far back and come out of alignment so that we can come down. We want to stay really nice and straight and strong. The aim is to fold from the hips, trying not to push the bottom out too far, keep it slightly tucked under, and to try and bring the chest down towards the knees, and allow the head to hang, and if the hands reach the ground, just allow the hands to touch the ground. And here we're going to inhale, raising the arms, so they're kind of coming up overhead as we inhale, coming up. And just take a slight back bend. So we're just slightly arching backwards. And exhale, fold forwards again. And we're just going to keep moving in this forward bend. So we're not holding the bend, we're moving. Make sure you've not locked out the legs, especially when you're leaning back. It can become quite easy to really lock those legs and make them rigid. Just keep them soft, maybe a micro bend in the knees. Just keep moving. You might be feeling that shift in energy through your aura, through your arc line above your head. You might be experiencing some lightheadedness as we bring that fresh oxygenated blood into the head. Just soften or close the eyes if you are feeling a little bit off balance. It can help to bring you back to center. Just slow the movement if you need to. Otherwise, just keep going, doing really, really well. Inhaling back and lifting open. Exhale, folding forwards. And we're just going to take 2 more here. So wherever you're at in your cycle, just take 2 more complete inhales up, exhales down. And when you've finished, inhaling the arms up. Exhale, relax the arms down, just sweep gently through the aura. Again, just come back to center, feel those feet firmly planted into the earth and allow the breath to settle. So although that movement might have been quite gentle, you might have been going quite slow, the breath might be a little bit ragged here, so just allow it to come back into balance. If you need to, take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Really letting go. We're going to come into a side stretch. So staying standing. Again, just bring the legs so they're about hip width apart. And we're going to start just by lifting the right arm up, sliding the left arm down the body, just stretching over to the left-hand side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling. This time raising the left arm, coming over to the left-hand side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhaling to the opposite side. And just keep going. Again, just at the pace and the rhythm of your own breath here. So whatever pace, whatever rhythm feels good. If it feels good to move quickly, you can do so. If you want to stay really nice, soft, slow, and just feel that expansion through the side body, really stretching the rib cage all the way down. You can stay nice and slow as well. Just whatever feels good for you, going at that pace. We've just got one more posture after this one, which is actually a very fun posture as well. So stay with it, you're doing really, really well. Just opening up that side body. Keep stretching, keep breathing. Just taking one more to each side. Come back to center, find your balance. Nice deep breath in. Exhaling out the mouth, big sigh, exhale out. Just letting go. Just breathe again, just for a minute, just find your balance. Feel that deep connection. Just imagine those roots coming from the soles of the feet into the earth beneath you, into the ground, connecting you deeply to Mother Nature, to the earth, to allow you to grow up towards the sun, the moon, the ether. And for our last posture, we're going to come into a rhythmic kick. So we're going to be using the mantra HAR, H-A-R. Now, if you want to, you can chant along with this, but you don't need to. It's completely up to you. We're going to bring the hands to the waist, so they're resting on the hips. I'm going to keep you here because you're going to need to see my legs. We're going to try and keep the legs as straight as possible. So we don't want to be lifting and bending to kick. We want to keep the leg as straight as possible. Now, if you want to take it a little bit more gently today, on each ha, we're just bringing the leg forward. So it'll be ha, 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 ha. If you are feeling a little bit more energetic and you really want to energize the body, we can pick this up to be quite a kind of rapid, as Laura said when I demonstrated earlier, almost like an Irish chick. So see how you feel today, but you could do it quite nice and quickly, or much slower, much more gently. I'm going to play the mantra a bit louder so that you can hear and connect to the sound, and try and move either on the ha, whether it's 2 movements or just 1 for each ha, but try and keep in rhythm with the mantra and see how you go. So beginning as soon as you're ready. Say if you want to chant along with the mantra, feel free. fast. If it feels good for the body to stay slow, keep the legs straight with the movement, straight as you can. Keep going, you're doing really, really well. Try and keep those legs straight. If that means you need to slow down, then that's completely fine. Try not to bend the knees. You're halfway there, so keep going. Stop, take a nice big breath in and a big sighing breath out. Well done. That is a good, very good fun posture, so really well done. And just whenever you're ready, making your way back down to a comfortable cross-legged seated position, we're just going to come into a couple of moments of meditation, and this really is where we look to connect to that kind of divine energy. So we've set this strong foundation, we've really brought ourselves into our body, onto this earth, and now we're going to really open up. This is the meditation for the 10th gate. So this is really to experience your boundlessness. So we're going to be listening to the mantra Ha Ha Mukande, which hopefully you've had the chance to look at in your workbook. There are a little bit more details about the mantra in there. But really this is the creative aspect of the infinite. So we're opening up to that kind of uncontained self, or the limitless, the boundless self. So that real wonderful, spontaneous, energized, energetic kind of being within us. So we're going to soften or close the eyes to bring your awareness within. But with the eyes closed, I want you to internally focus on bringing them up to the crown of the head. So right at the top of the head. So the eyes are closed, but your mental awareness is drawing up to the crown. We're going to just rest the palms in the lap, so the left hand down, right hand on top, and we're just going to bring the thumbs together. So just the tips of the thumbs are going to come together, and just rest them here. We're going to bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. So just feeling that connection. Just stimulating the meridian point within the mouth. So when we chant mantra, or when we connect to the tongue to the roof of the mouth, we're stimulating meridian point that connects to a part of the brain. In the same way, when we have reflexology in the feet, it connects to a part of the body. The meridian points that are connected. So just start to soften the breath, just breathe deeply. And you can mentally start to vibrate with the mantra Har Har Mukande. Now if you'd like to, we can contract the navel whilst we're doing this. So Har Har Mukande. Har Har Mukande. Har Har Mukande. not, you can just listen with the hands in this nice connected mudra and just start to concentrate deeply and immerse yourself into this meditation, into the radiance of this practice. Just begin to experience your boundlessness. Really feel yourself expand beyond time, beyond space, into that realm of total peace and total joy. Just meditating here. True sense of stability and security that can only be found from deep within through cultivating that relationship with the true self, with your Satnam. Just remembering that being human is this continuous cycle and process of becoming and unbecoming. By releasing, we can become. Take a nice deep breath in. Big sighing breath out. Just bring the palms together at the heart center. And we're going to seal our practice by chanting the mantra Sat Nam 3 times. So Sat is our truth, Nam is our name or our identity. So we're really bringing ourselves back to our truest self, our true identity. Standing strong and firm in our Sat Nam. Inhaling to begin. Sat time to equalize the energy between the head and the heart. Just to help us stay balanced in life between our hearts and our mind, and our soul. Sat Nam, everyone. Well done. Really powerful practice. I hope you're all feeling really wonderful and ready to journal now with Laura.
Thank you, Jo. That was wonderful. So for now, hopefully everyone's got either their booklet or pad of paper near them, or some sheets of paper and a pen. So if you need a moment to go and grab that, then feel free to get something so you've got something nearby. So we're going to be utilizing the energy from the moon, which is really symbolic and energetic in its quality. It includes elements of power and amplification, action, and an increase in subconscious activity. So it really enhances our intuition and insight. So hopefully we've sort of warmed the body up. I certainly have. And you're feeling quite comfortable and relaxed from the meditation and the mantra. So just want you to start by taking a few deep breaths just to ground your body into the present moment. Just going to take an inhale here together. And fully exhale. Just releasing any of the oxygen in your lungs. Just one more deep inhale. And exhaling out. Just releasing anything. It's no longer serving you. So as we're going to start the guided journaling, I'm going to go through each of the questions that we've given to you in your booklet. One thing to mention is if your mind goes blank and you're not sort of feeling the answers or things aren't coming to you, then that's perfectly fine. And you can just kind of pause and just reflect, and feel free to come back to this when you feel ready to. So for guided journaling, for anyone that hasn't done this before, we take each question together and kind of we'll have a period of time to make notes individually. And then I'll pause at the end of that question. And if anybody does feel like sharing how they're feeling, what they've been reflecting on, then you're welcome to unmute yourself. Or if you'd like to write something in the chat, then you're welcome to share as we go as well. There's really no pressure. So if that's not for you, that's completely fine. And so if everybody is ready, we will start on our first question, which is all about reflecting on what allows us to feel warm, safe, and secure. Just thinking about the Beaver Moon that we're experiencing today. We're just going to take a few minutes to just reflect and write what allows us to feel warm, safe, and secure. And as you're writing, I'll give you some tips along the way if that's helpful. And I'll try to give you some pauses as well, just to reflect and write. So just thinking about that warmth. Is it an activity, a person, a ritual, or a truth? Are there any things that come to mind when you think of the word safe or secure? What does it conjure up for you? What does it mean to you? Anything you can reflect on to help you think about what those words mean to you, how it feels to feel warm and safe and secure spiritually, and also physically as well on the outside. Just reflecting on anything from the past month or even this time last year. Thinking about what helps you to feel that as we're heading into winter. I'll just give you another minute here to finish off with that question. If there's anything else you want to share there. And just welcome if anybody does want to unmute themselves or share anything in the chat, then just feel free to. Before we move on to the next question, you're welcome to share anything you've reflected on. Okay. So we have hugs from a now. Hugs make you feel warm and secure. That's lovely. They do me too. Thanks for sharing. We're just going to head into the next question now, if that's okay with everyone. If you haven't finished, you're welcome to come back if you're still reflecting. So the second question, we're going to be thinking about what is no longer worth your energy. So we've talked a lot about releasing during the full moon and the lunar eclipse as well. So what are you ready to let go of? Sometimes it's really obvious to us what we need to stop doing, but we don't always manage to kind of put in those boundaries or follow through on that intent that we know we need to do. Something that's not really serving us, something that's draining us. Is there anything you need to let go of this month? Just thinking about any areas in your life that you might need stronger boundaries. It might be with work, with friends, or with family. You might need to let go of being so hard on yourself, and being a bit more compassionate. What would it be for you? And is there anyone or anything that could help you to do this? Just thinking about what support you need to do this. Is there anyone that can help or anything you can do that you know that will help you to let go or accept? I'm just going to take another minute here to finish off that question if there's anything else you want to share on there. Again, if there is anything you want to share with the circle, feel free to write anything in the chat or to unmute yourself. No pressure at all if that's not right for you. So just looking at our final question together now. Based on some of the things you've been reflecting on, is there anything that's come up for you where you want to take action in the month ahead? Is there an aspect of your life Or is there a person that you want to focus on? Just thinking again how we reflected on that warmth and that safety, that security, that kind of inner power and inner strength. And if you are thinking about actions, just trying to also be quite realistic around what's possible in that time frame. If you have listed a few actions, just thinking through that and what matters most to you in this moment. Sometimes good to explore a few actions and then really think about what's the most important one of the things that are coming to you. Really just thinking what feels good for you in terms of what your heart needs rather than what your head thinks you should be doing. Just thinking through what really matters to you. Just thinking that through a little bit more in terms of the when or the how you might go about this. And is anything going to get in your way of doing this? Anything that's blocking you or preventing you from being able to take action? It might have been the intention that you set at the start of this practice. Anything that could get in your way that you want to try to overcome. Again, just giving you the opportunity in case you feel like sharing to feel free to write or to share or unmute here if anybody's got any actions they've thought of that they want to share with the circle or any focuses. All good. That's cool. Well, hopefully you've got some ideas and some thoughts and feelings you've been able to write down, and hopefully that's going to help you to kind of release and to focus on the things that you need for the month ahead. So we're going to pause on that for now, and if you want to come back to that, obviously just feel free to think about that over the coming days. And yeah, if it hasn't come to you now, that's completely fine. You might just sleep on it and you might come up with some clarity in the morning as well. So we're going to put that to one side for now, and then we are going to do a loving kindness meditation before we close our practice. So if you can find a comfortable position, you're welcome to sit or sort of be on a chair or on the floor. Just sit in any position that you want. So whatever feels comfortable for you for the next sort of 10 minutes or so. So again, just grounding down. I welcome you to the loving kindness meditation. So rest your legs however's comfortable for you, and just let your hands rest on your thighs or on your knees. And try to keep your spine straight and just let those eyes close if they're not already. We're going to begin by taking a few deep inhale and exhales. Just breathing in And fully exhaling, focusing on your breath. We've just done lots of reflecting, lots of movement. So just bringing yourself into the present moment again. Focusing on the breath and the natural circular flow of your breath. Inhaling with awareness, connecting with your body and the different sensations within. And then exhaling and softening. Softening the heart, the shoulders, the chest. Softening the eyebrows, the cheekbones, the jaw. Your whole body opening up, accepting, becoming present in the here and now. Just consciously relaxing your muscles and preparing your body and in your mind for deep awareness of love and compassion. And if you find your mind wandering, just try to bring it back with a smile to your breath. Just going to start by inviting you now to choose a person who you love. Choose someone who you love easily and naturally, rather than someone who you have an emotionally complicated love for or with. Choosing that person, bring every bit of your attention to them. Bring them into your consciousness, focusing on them. How does it feel to connect and engage with them? While maintaining that connection to that person, I invite you to bring your awareness to the focus area of your heart. And put your hand over your heart if this is comfortable for you. Feel your heart. And once you're able to focus on your heart, imagine breathing in and out through your heart. Just taking several deep breaths here, feeling your heart breathing. Inhaling into your heart and exhaling from your heart. Now that you've connected with your heart, turn your attention to your feelings of gratitude and love. These warm and tender feelings for the person that you have chosen. Breathing into your heart while maintaining that feeling of love and gratitude. Just being thankful for their presence in your life. We're now going to send loving kindness and compassion to yourself. So just imagining that warm glow of love and compassion coming from your heart, and it's moving throughout your body, sending these feelings up and down your body. And just imagining how this beautiful flow of love and compassion is spreading from your heart into every blood cell within you. Every part of your body is being filled with the love and compassion that you carry within you. You can also repeat the following words silently in your head, or you can say it out loud. So try to repeat after me. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. And just allowing these words to sink deep within you, into your consciousness and into your heart. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. I invite you now to imagine your friends and family. Think about your friends and family as vividly as you can. If you like, this can be a person or a group of people. And you're going to send that feelings of love and compassion into their hearts. So imagine the warm glow of love and compassion that comes from your heart moving into their hearts. Just vividly imagine how your heart opens and how your love and compassion flows into their hearts that are open and receiving your love and compassion. You offer them your care, you offer them your presence, and you offer them yourself. You can repeat the following words silently again or out loud to yourself. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. And just imagining that person or these individuals as vividly as you can. Your connection to them, your care towards them. And you allow the love to be expressed from the deep within you through these words. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. And may you be peaceful and at ease. Going to expand the circle now by sending your loving kindness and compassion to your neighbours, your acquaintances, anyone on this call in the circle, strangers, animals, and finally people with whom you have difficulty with. Imagining planet Earth with all of its inhabitants and sending loving kindness and compassion to all living beings. And if you find your mind has wandered, just bring it back with a smile, with this caring new connection back into your heart, focusing your awareness again around your heart, and let it move into your heart and just observe. How does your heart feel now? As you've expressed the love you have with yourself and with others. Just allowing these sensations to move from your heart to overflow from your heart and fill you completely. Just moving anywhere into your body, wherever it's needed. And from a space of love and compassion, I invite you to connect with your whole body. The chair or the floor where you're sitting. Connect with the room around you, your presence and my presence, our presence together. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Hope everyone enjoyed that. I will pass you back over to Jo.
Thank you, Laura. That's such a beautiful, beautiful meditation. So I hope you're all feeling that real sense of calmness and peace deep within. Just before we close our circle, I'm just going to pull an oracle card. This is the Wild Offering Oracle deck. The one we used last time. It feels most connected to this lovely moon circle. So those of you who maybe aren't familiar with oracle cards, they're just a way for us to connect with that kind of divine energy, that energy externally to us, just to receive something, a message, a thought, an area of focus sometimes even. So we'll share one for the group. And the card that we've got is contentment. So it says, you can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. So this is just telling us to remember that we are perfect as we are. We're connected to that divine energy. We should be content with what we have. So I hope that resonates with you. I'll send a picture of that out as well with the recording so you can connect a bit deeper to it. But I hope that contentment resonates with you. So we're just going to close our circle, close our practice in a similar way, but the opposite direction to how we open. So we're going to look to draw that energy back into ourselves to take off into the month ahead. So we're going to bring the palms back to the heart center. And this time as we inhale, we're going to open the arms and really gather the energy of this full moon, joining the palms together up overhead, and drawing that energy back down into your heart center, feeling the strength of the moon, the support of the moon this coming month ahead. This time as we inhale, we're going to open up and we're going to draw in the energy of this powerful circle, this supported circle here this evening. We came together to share this experience, this energy, and drawing this combined strength and support deep into your heart, into your soul center. And finally, one last time, opening up and collecting your own strength, your own power and energy, bringing that up through your aura as you bring the hands together up overhead and drawing it down into your heart. Feeling your truest self, your strength, your abundance, your Satnam. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. It's been really, really lovely to share this space with you this evening. And I hope you're feeling good, feeling connected, feeling as if you've had the opportunity to let go. As Laura said at the beginning, there are some more full moon rituals and practices in your workbook, and please do keep journaling. Use the helpful hints in the workbook. Over the next day or so, we sit in this energy for a good few days, especially with this eclipse as well, and just allow that to support you and support you through anything that comes up. Just a reminder as well, if you do want to join us next month, I think the full moon, I think we're practicing on the 20th, is that right, Laura? Yeah, the 20th of
Monday. Yeah.
December. So it's a Monday, and it's actually the winter solstice as well, just to throw that into the mix. So that will be a really lovely practice if you're able to join us for that one. So Satnam, thank you.